What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video on this very nice sunny day here in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it. Got some information about a way to get a long-term visa from a tourist visa, and hopefully this can help some of you. And I've also got an announcement about an announcement that's soon going to be made. So it's a pre-announcement about the announcement. That's just how the world works. Don't blame me. I just follow the rules. But I'll give you that also. But as always, a big shout out and a huge thank you to all my supporters. You know how I feel. I really love you guys, man. I appreciate you and everything you do to keep the channel going. Your next exclusive video is coming in just a day or two. So keep your eyes peeled on your old email for that. And if you want to get in and start receiving my weekly exclusive videos and other content and breaking news first, or you can do so by simply visiting the links down below. I have a PayPal, I have a Ko-Fi account, or you can also join my Patreon. And if you do any of those things, you get put on the list. You receive my weekly videos, you receive the first announcements of big important things happening here before I put it in public. And if it's your first time, you'll also receive a copy of my book, Live in Cambodia, a guide for living in the Kingdom of Wonder. I'll send that to you free as a way of saying thank you. Your donations help to support the channel, and I really appreciate it. So check that out down below. Join the family. All right, let's get on with the video. All right. So an issue some people have been having, and a lot of people, quite a few people have actually asked me about it, is if I come over on a tourist visa, when am I going to be able to get a long-term visa extension without having to leave the country, go all the way back home and come back, and whatever the big complicated deal is doing it that way. Well, first of all, I just found out from my favorite travel agency in town, where I always recommend people to go to get their visas done, Sofikna Travel Agency. And they have said that if you arrived here on a tourist visa before December 31st, that you can now change that to a long-term E-type visa without leaving the country. There are restrictions to that, though. The extension you'll get is actually an EB, which is also commonly called the working visa, the visa you get when you're actually working. It will also, if you have an EB visa, you are also required to get a work permit, so that's an extra, I believe, $185. But if you arrived here before December 31st on a tourist visa, even if you don't have a job but you want to stay long term, you can always apply for a self-employed work permit under that visa. So in other words, if you want to stay in the country longer, even if you're not technically working at a school or a local business, you can apply for the self-employed work permit. You can get your EB extension, and you'll be all set. And then, of course, if you plan on working and you do find a job at a school or an NGO or another business, you'll just have them take care of the work permit, and they'll change it. They'll help you change it to a regular work, or a work permit. They'll help you change that to a regular work permit, is what I'm trying to say. But just like the visa, good for up to 1 year. The work permit is good for a year. And if you want to forego the work permit, you wind up paying for it later with some extra fines, just to let you know. If you have an EB visa, you are required to have a work permit. And if you go to renew it and you don't have one, they'll make you pay for it all along with the back fines. so it'll actually wind up costing you more. So I know that's not ideal. You have to spend extra money, and your intent might not even be to work at all. Perhaps you just want to come over here to retire. You're having a hard time getting an E-type visa from your country of origin. But I heard through the grapevine that the government is soon going to be making an announcement, and word on the street has it, and keep in mind this is just rumor at this point, word on the street has it that they are going to reverse their decision from earlier, and they are now going to allow people that come in on a tourist visa to extend that to a long-term visa in country. There have been no details yet and no official government announcements, but that's what everyone who knows anything believes is going to happen. And they should be making that announcement fairly soon. The way announcements are made here could be tonight, could be tomorrow, could be a week from now, could be a couple weeks. But getting a lot of talk going, of course, on the old internet forums and groups and things like that. But there are some sources I trust, and they seem to think that that's what the announcement is going to be, because of all the people that want it to happen. And like I said, I know a lot of people have asked me, if I come over on a tourist visa, can I change it to an e-visa? And the answer up until that point had been no. But now, if you're in country before December 31st, you can change it now, but only to a working visa extension. But there will be an announcement made soon. And got my fingers crossed that if you want to stay long term for retirement or work, you'll be able to get any other type of visa extension you want in country as soon as your tourist visa is done, without having to go through make an extra trip, or having to leave the country and come back, or anything like that. Like I said, the government has said they're still working on ideas and things to try to keep the country safe, as well as making it easier for people who want to live here and work here to actually do so. And like I said, they made a big effort into building Cambodia back up for tourism and people to come over. So it makes sense that that would be something they'd want to do. I'm looking forward to it. And of course, if you're a supporter of mine, you'll be getting an email or maybe even a video as soon as that happens, so I can let you know everything I know at that point. And I'll let you guys know first, because I appreciate you. So I wanted to get that information out there. Here we have the Lucky Mall. There's another mall in town. We just walked by the bigger mall, the newer mall. This one's been here for a long time. The Heritage Walk Mall is the one they just built. The Lucky Mall has many things inside. That's where you'll find the Lucky Burger. They have a big supermarket. They have a PlayStation store inside. They got some jewelry displays, and they had, even though I don't know if it's still open, but they had a like a big clothing store upstairs, and also a big playroom. If you want to go shopping, you can drop your kids off for a little bit of money. They can play in there in that big old playroom with a lot of things that kids and children would be interested in. And I know this because I think like a child, and I see some things in there that I would be interested in if it wouldn't look weird seeing an adult white man playing in a bouncy castle full of balloons or whatever it is they put in there. But still. That's the deal right now. know it's not anything concrete or earth shattering. But it's something that could help some people, and as soon as they make that announcement, it could be a way in for a lot more people that are waiting to hear something or anything about being able to do that. All right, talk to you guys in a minute. And the other thing I wanted to mention in this video, I almost forgot. I knew there was one more thing, and then it escaped my mind. A lot of holes up there, so of course my ideas sometimes get lost and just slither on out. But I wanted to let you guys know that if you do plan on coming over here, or if you're already over here and you have not been to Angkor Wat yet, that they have extended the buy one get one free kind of deal, and I believe it's for the whole year, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, but I believe it's for the whole year. That is simply if you buy a one-day ticket, or a one-day pass, that pass will be good for 2 days. If you buy a 3-day pass, that pass will be good for 6 days, or you can buy a 7-day pass, that pass will be good for 14 days, all for the same price. So it's a really good deal. If you only have a day, you know, it's fine to take the one-day deal. The 1 day, and then you get 2 days, that kind of thing. But there are so many temples in that complex, and they are so far apart. If you want to see it all, and not have to rush to try to get it all done, I recommend grabbing like at least a 3-day pass so you can get 6 days. Take your time, find a good tuk-tuk driver to use as a guide. He'll take you out there, drive you to all the various smaller temples and bigger temples, and I mean there's a lot of them. Angkor Wat itself is just the biggest one, the main one of that whole complex. But there are some in some very off the beaten path places, and that you would need a local guide to know, even know that they exist, or even how to get there. So I just wanted to let you know that that deal is still going on. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's good until the end of 2022. I forget how much for the 3-day and 7-day pass, but the 1-day pass is $37. So that will give you 2 days for that amount of money, and that's a really, really good deal. You do have to have permission now to film inside of the Angkor Wat complex. That would apply to everybody. However, if you're doing it like I do, you're just walking around with your own camera, you just want to take video, you'll have to apply, but it won't be a problem. They'll give you a pass for personal use for free. Doesn't cost you anything to apply. But if you're a business, then it might be a little harder. If you're doing it for some kind of wedding, film shoot, or to promote a local business, and you want to use some images of and some film you take of Angkor Wat, and it's for profit, then it could be a little more difficult to get that process approved. But I thought I would mention that I don't know how well it's going to be enforced. Seeing people out there with video cameras is a very common sight, obviously, because it's a very beautiful place. Everybody wants videos and pictures. But I believe when you go pick up your temple pass, which you have to have anyway, you can also apply right there. So it should be a one-stop kind of deal. So know you're going to take some live video and for your personal use, and you should be good to go. All right, that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said earlier, there are links to my PayPal, Ko-Fi.com, and of course you can always join my Patreon, and if you do those things, Well, you know the deal. Send you a copy of my book. You receive all my exclusive weekly content and breaking news first. Also, other channels vlogging from this part of the world in Cambodia and Vietnam. Those channels are down below, so be sure to check all those out. Be sure to like my official Dave Does Cambodia Facebook page. I also have an official blog, so if you want to check that out, that link is down below. Also a link if you want to try some insect snacks delivered right to your door. That's right, insect snacks. Good and good for you. Be adventurous, give them a try. There's a link down below for that. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.